Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hope with Jonathan. Hey guys, I really appreciate all the feedback, all the love, all the support. I appreciate everybody that's been out there watching, supporting the show. Tonight we have a special guest. We have Kimberly Needs a Kidney on Facebook. Her name is Kim Shufelberger. Right now, she is currently in stage 5. And she is awaiting a transplant. She's in need of a transplant. We're going to be doing this show to let her share her story and talk about possibly advocating for someone to come forth for living donor. You guys can check her out on Facebook at Kimberly Needs a Kidney. Also down below, I have her information, her transplant coordinator, the name of the hospital, and her blood type. And guys, remember also, there's always the exchange program. I'm really excited about this show, guys. Come on, start a watch party if you would. Please share this. And I'm going to be bringing her on right away. So you guys just hang tight. Hello, Kim. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, bud. Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing great. And so I brought you on tonight to talk about, your situation right now with kidney disease. And reading up on your story, I had read that you ended up having a daughter who is currently you said she's 13, fixing to turn 14
In a month, yeah.
in a month. Yeah, I've got a 16-year-old daughter, so I know what you're going through right now. um, they can be really sweet though. They're really sweet, and they're a
Yep.
blessing. Children can be a great blessing to you for sure. I also have a son as well, so he's 18 currently in college. So, uh, but yeah, I brought you on to talk about your story. Why don't you tell us how you got involved with kidney disease and what happened with you?
Sure. So I got pregnant in 2006 and
Okay.
not right away, but pretty darn quickly. I knew something was wrong because I wasn't feeling good. But I just chalked it up to, oh, it's just pregnancy. It's new, like whatever.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case whatsoever. I got a call at work one day, which I'll never forget, and said I had early signs of preeclampsia and was referring me to a kidney doctor. And mind you, I'd never been pregnant. So I thought, okay, well, maybe this is normal. It's not.
Right.
So
Right.
I went to the kidney doctor, and he basically told me that I was never supposed to have a child.
Oh,
because
wow.
I was already in stage 2.
Whoa. Already in stage 2 at that point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That happens a lot. A lot of people find out like that they're like already in the like stage 3. It's real common that once people find out they're in kidney disease, they're already at like, stage 2, stage 3. It's and it becomes almost a shock to them.
You know,
So yeah.
back then, I don't think my brain wrapped around, I have no idea what kidney disease is. I just was told that I wasn't supposed to have a baby. And
Right.
so now that I know what it is and what a miracle it was, I'm just, I'm incredibly thankful. It was a really hard pregnancy, but
Yeah.
I'm being thankful for her. It doesn't even cover it. God moved a big mountain. That's what he did.
Oh yeah. 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 God works in, mysterious ways, as they say, but yeah, he's a mountain mover, and
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. I know in my personal story, God definitely played a major part in the reason why I'm sitting here right now doing this interview with you. So uh, I'm a firm believer in faith and a firm believer in God. So I know he's he's almighty, and he has a plan. We just gotta be willing to follow it,
Right.
trust him,
Mhm.
even though
Yeah.
sometimes it's tough.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you ended up having a successful pregnancy after all that you went through, but you got diagnosed with FSGS, right?
Yeah, I had her in December, and then in February they did a biopsy. Now, mind you, I didn't know that they found the autoimmune disease until this last October. So
Mm-hmm.
for 13 years, I had no idea. My coordinator at St. Luke's told me, and I went into a depression for about 3 days because kidney
Oh,
disease was enough. And then to be
I
told I had
bet.
an autoimmune disease and my kidneys are scarred, um,
Yeah.
that was really, really difficult.
Oh, I can only imagine for sure. Because when you find out having some sort of disease such as FSGS, and then you got kidney disease, and that the ultimate effects of FSGS is renal failure. That definitely can throw you into a depression right away, for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. What did you do to overcome the depression?
I just fell out of it. I'm not a very depressed person. I'm pretty outgoing and peppy. And that's one thing in with all this kidney disease stuff that I struggle with because I work full time still. How I'm able to do that is just by the grace of God. There's a lot of people that contact me and they're like, "How are you working in stage 5?" I'm like, "It's God." I mean, I don't know. Um, but that's I don't. I mean, I try really hard just to be a positive person. Now, mind you, when people ask me, I've been having difficulty with this lately. When people ask me how I'm doing, I say, "Well, do you want to know, or do you want me to lie? Like, I don't know what you want me to say," because most people haven't heard of kidney disease. They don't know that it's life threatening, and so most of the time, I just say I'm good and walk away, and when I'm not.
Right.
But it's like, well, what do
Yeah.
you want to hear? Like, I'm not okay.
Have you ever been told, like, well, you really don't look too sick, or are you sure you're sick?
Many times. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, why do you even need to say that? Like, no, I
Right.
don't. But on the inside, that's where it's at. So you don't see what I go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really hard. And to me, it's like a lot of us have invisible wheelchairs. We don't know what
Yeah.
people go through.
Right.
Oh yeah, I've been told so many things, and I'm to the point. I'm like, I just shut people out because it's like you don't know what I go through. I don't need to
Yeah.
explain. And
Right.
so, yeah, yeah.
So when did you get told that you're in stage 5? Is this a recent diagnosis, or did you know it was coming on?
No, at the time I did not. This was 3 weeks ago. I was having really bad headaches, which I don't have. It wasn't normal for me, to the
Uh-huh.
point that I had to leave work a couple times. Um,
Right.
and I told him, I was like, I'm not the kind to leave work. So I just don't, like, I would have to come home and be in a dark room. So when I did the lab work and it came back that I was in stage 5, I'm like, that's why I'm having headaches.
Yeah.
I had one tonight, but it's kind of gone away a little bit. But yeah, as soon as they told me I was stage 5, it completely made sense. But it was devastating to say the least.
Okay.
So,
What other symptoms are you having as well? Are you having any lethargic? Are you having problems keeping down any foods or anything like that? Or any other issues?
I'm very fatigued. Lower back pain. I've noticed that lately. It's really like, it hurts a lot. When I get home from work, like my body's really stiff, just probably because I've worked all day and walked all day. And no, I can hold food down, but I have noticed it's not like I'm running to go get food. I have to basically force myself to eat. And I drink plenty of water, but and I've been a little dizzy lately, but I don't think that's a symptom, but I don't know.
Well, it could be with, toxicity levels and things like that. I don't know what your labs are showing, but dizziness could be a play on that. So at stage 5, have they, discussed with you the possibilities of having to go on some form of either hemodialysis or peritoneal dialysis?
It was spoken about when they called and said, did you see, because I always see my labs before they do. And they were going to refer me out to I'm having PD done because I'm a single parent. So I'm not going to the centers. That's like I have 2 jobs now. So that'd be like having a 3rd job. So they want to hold off until December and talk about it.
Okay.
I have a potential living donor that came in from South Carolina in October. Okay. We're still waiting.
Yeah, I think I seen that, or you had like pictures with her, and you guys,
Yeah.
So what happened with that? Are they still testing and finding out everything, or?
The only thing I know, because we keep in touch pretty much daily, is for some reason she has to redo one of her tests, but her test was totally fine. She told me the results and I'm like, that's excellent. And she was like, well, I have to redo it. And I'm like, why? So yeah, I mean, I don't want to say the test or anything, but it's just a weird, neither one of us understand why she has to repeat it. So that's what we're waiting on.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've heard different stories, different transplant centers, they do it seems like they all kind of have their own process and the way they do things. I've heard all kind of different stories about how, this transplant center does this. They're real particular about, different situations. So I can't answer for them, but I guess they have a reason, I guess, a method to the madness, if you will. But that sounds amazing. Of course, we're doing this interview as well to advocate for you, a living donor. It's always great to be able to at least have a situation where you might have a backup, or someone else might come forward in case that donor doesn't work out for you, for whatever reason. Also, guys, I want you to talk about the Parent Exchange Program. The hospital you're listed at is St. Luke's, and where is that located at? Kansas City, Missouri, right?
Yep.
Okay. And they use the Parent Exchange Program, I'm sure.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because the Parent Exchange Program is a win-win. Especially with incompatible blood types. You're O positive.
Yes.
Okay. And so if anybody wanted to come forth that was a different blood type, then they could exchange that donor's kidney for another kidney, and another person would get that donor's kidney, and then in return you would get a kidney, which is they basically call it the swap program, paired exchange. But it's an amazing program, and definitely is a win-win.
Right.
So if anybody's out there, they get a hold of this broadcast, you're interested in becoming a living donor, you can definitely reach out. The phone number is scrolling on the ticker below. It's got her transplant coordinator as well. And mention her name, Kimberly Shufelberger. And Kimberly, so with the thought of possible dialysis coming, and you said PD, are you looking forward to having to deal with the boxes and the schedule and all that you have to keep with doing PD? I know you're not looking forward to it, but I know what it's going to entail. It's going to be a lot of boxes and scheduling and all that type of stuff.
Yes. No, I'm not. But I have to have something that's going to make me feel better.
Right.
I mean, I have this small care team of 4 girls that we just keep in touch, and they're going to help me after transplant. And I text them Saturday because I was just having a really, really hard time. And I told them, I was like, send me scripture, help me out here because this is just so hard. My ultimate prayer, honestly, and God knows this, is that I want a transplant before dialysis. And I want God's will.
Yep.
So I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, I've been questioning, and God's got broad shoulders. So I've been questioning him lately on what he's doing. I'm like, why do I have to go through this suffering right now? This is stage 5 to me is so much worse than stage 4. Oh my gosh. I mean, stage 4 was a cakewalk. And I'm not trying to make light of stage 4 at all, but I didn't feel these body aches and stuff that I feel now. And it's just different. And I don't like it. So if I have to do PD to feel better, then let's go. Because it's so hard. Yeah.
So dialysis will take care of the toxins that are building up, and also get rid of the fluid as well, and help you out. And I'm sure they've already talked with you and discussed the renal diet that you'll have to go on and all that. I'm sure that they haven't educated you on that yet.
Nope.
Oh well.
No.
Yeah. So right now, I'm sure they were telling you, because you were fighting kidney disease, to stay away from proteins and lots of high proteins, because proteins is hard on the kidneys. Steaks are large amount of proteins. And then of course, when I went on dialysis, they were like, well, you need to eat some eggs and you need to eat some proteins because you really need the protein. And so at first they were telling me, saying no protein. Then when you go on dialysis, then they're saying you need to get some protein in you. And and really watch the stuff anything that's in a box or a bag, potato chips and stuff like that. I mean, I spent 2 or 3 hours at the grocery store when I was got on the renal diet, just looking at labels and going through stuff, and had to really make some life changes. I was a pizza and burger guy, so I had to really make some life changes for sure. I totally skipped stage 4. I went from stage 3 right into stage 5, and I was an emergency situation. So I can't really speak on stage 4, but I can tell you about stage 5, and it was not fun. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing this show. I want to try to spread awareness, spread a little education if we can. and also, advocate for you and let you tell your story.
Mm-hmm.
So, my buddy Jeff Brown, and he's been advocating for you. I was shout out to Jeff. He wasn't able to make it because of the time schedule he's on, or he would have been on this show for sure with you.
Mm-hmm.
In what ways are you advocating? Other than social media, are you doing anything else? Are you talking with people like at your local church or anything like that, or maybe like passing out flyers or anything like that? No.
No, I have what's it called? Like an icon on the back on icon. I don't think that's the right word. I have something on the back of my car.
Okay.
I think I've gotten one call from that. So, but it's on there. So, it's been on there for
Yeah.
probably 3 years now.
Wow.
But no, I don't. I go to church, but it's funny because most people don't know about kidney disease. So
Yeah.
I reached out to the church that I've been attending, that my daughter and I've been going to, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
I need prayers. I'm in stage 5. I'm a single parent, whatever. And
Yeah.
I guess I expected to get more, and I didn't really get anything. But they're like, well, here's a prayer. We pray for healing. And I'm like, well, we've been doing that for years. Like, is there anything else you can do? Like, hello.
Yeah.
It just frustrates me that's what makes me, I think that's why Saturday I had such a hard time, is because, and this is not anything against any other disease, but you don't
Yeah.
hear about chronic kidney disease that much, but you definitely hear of heart disease and cancer and all these other things. But
Yep.
then, and I've been telling people, I'm like, do you understand that this is the 9th leading cause of death in the US, that this could take my life? Like, if I don't get a
Yep.
kidney, I could die. Like, that's
Right.
100% true. But then I was told from one of my good friends, they're like, it's that they don't understand. I'm like, that's why I'm trying to educate you, because I'm dealing with this and it's really, really, really hard. And so most of the time I just isolate myself because I'm like, well, nobody understands. So whatever. And most of the time when I talk about it, I literally watch people walk away and I'm like, do you not want to hear about it? Do you not believe me? Like, what's the
Yep.
deal? Like, this is reality, guys. I mean,
So you're echoing everything that I've been talking about here lately about, and no offense to any other disease. Other diseases are
right.
terrible, okay? Like
Yeah.
cancer, heart disease, these type of disease are terrible, okay?
Yeah.
But like you said, you don't hardly hear anything about kidney disease. You don't see kidney disease commercials. You don't hear anything about kidney disease. You just don't. And everywhere you look, they're talking about cancer. They're talking about heart disease. I'm waiting for the day that you see like green ribbons and right alongside with the pink ribbons, for cancer. And there needs to be more advocacy and needs to be talked about. That's another reason why I'm doing these shows. So you're speaking, you're preaching to the choir right now with me. We have Jeff Brown popped in. He actually said hello. I don't know if you've seen that.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, he sure did. And he's probably on his way to work because right now it's probably like 6 a.m. in the
6 in the
morning over
morning.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Right.
So my wife's on and she had a question. She said, my wife is Melissa. She says, has she been referred to a center that is going to train her for PD? And they will also have a dietitian possibly to help you.
No. Good question. No. They were going to refer me out, but they stopped because if I get referred to the dialysis or get referred to them to like talk about it and get the port put in, or actually it's not even getting the port put in, it's just having a consultation.
Yeah.
If I don't have dialysis for 6 months, I have to go back to the consultation and they don't want that. So
Okay.
we haven't really there's really been no discussion other than we know what I want to do, and that's it. So I won't know anything until December. I've been really checking my if I'm swollen. And I haven't been too much. My fingers get swollen more than like my ankles or anything.
Right.
Because I really, really keep an eye on that. Now, I don't know if you went through this, but I Googled stage 5 kidney disease. I shouldn't have done it, but I did because I'm like, well, am I having these symptoms? I go to the bathroom more now than I was in stage 4. And I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know why. I usually get up 4 times a night to use the restroom. And I'm like, well, I thought in stage 5, you really don't go that much, but what's going on? I don't know. And if I don't use the restroom right away, then my back hurts really bad. I don't know if you ever had that. I know everybody.
No, I never experienced that. I actually had a withdrawal from output. So I started like going to the bathroom less and less. So I had the exact opposite.
It's not that I'm going a whole bunch. It's that I'm going more often, and it's not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's like minimal output, but it's still output. So yeah. But my situation with kidney disease was like I had type 2 diabetes, right? So when your sugars are elevated, you urinate more because the sugars are producing are trying to extract out from the kidneys, and you're just producing more and more fluid, and so I would go to the bathroom a lot, and then I slowly progressed to less and less. I went from like four times a day to 2 times a day, and then before I knew it, I was in complete kidney failure. So looking back, I had signs and symptoms of kidney disease that I wasn't paying attention to, and then I started getting like urinary tract infections and blood in the urine. It was a pretty bad, horrific scene. So, but hey, another question here. Do you have a kidney support group in your city to reach out to? Do you have a kidney support group, or maybe a transplant group that you can already join to, people to talk to? I just want to put a word out for support groups. Support groups are great. I have one in my local area. We do a Zoom meeting twice a week, but it's just great to lean upon them when you need somebody to talk to or just hear somebody else's story. Support groups are great, especially when you don't have a lot of family support. Support groups are great. But we were wondering about that.
No, I have a couple of like groups that I joined on Facebook. That if I have a question, I go there, but like nothing here locally. And mentioning family, that's funny. It's actually been 3 years ago this month. My mother actually stopped talking to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people think that I have a whole bunch of support, and I'm like, no, I actually really don't.
Wow.
So my real dad is deceased. He died when I was 26.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he died from alcohol. And then, it's been very hard. My mom has no idea I'm on the transplant list. She has no idea about anything the last 3 years. And that's been very tough because, it'd be nice to have your mom, but I don't. So,
yeah. Is there a reason why she stepped away? Does she not think that you're sick, or she just doesn't want to be involved, or?
Something happened within the family.
Okay.
And
yeah.
So yeah, it's at this point in my life, I'm almost 44 years old. I don't deal with drama. I have a very dysfunctional family. I'm out. I'm out. I can't deal with that. I will not deal with it. So I after my mom stopped talking to me, I'm like, I'm done. I mean, you get to an age where drama is just, I'm like, having kidney disease is the toughest thing ever. So
Right.
I don't need family drama. I avoid it at all costs. So it's just really, really hard because I don't think there's from what I understand, there's nobody in my family that has kidney disease. So I'm it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, and the kidney disease just doesn't affect you. It affects the whole family, and it can definitely be a dramatic experience for sure. And what type of effects has it on your daughter? Has she shown any signs of effects of kidney disease that while you're battling it?
Um, I don't really know how Alexis feels about it.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard for me because obviously I do this by myself.
Yeah.
And she wants to go sometimes. And I'm like, I can't, I just can't. But then I'm like, no, I have
Right.
to, you know?
Yeah.
She knows, number one, that she's a miracle because she hears the story every day. And I think she's pretty fed up with hearing about it. But my thing is, I
Yeah.
want her to know what God did. And I
Right.
will tell her until the day that I die. So, but
Oh, sure.
I don't think she understands what I'm going through. Like today I had to go get lab work done and she's like, well, I'm just going to sit in the car. And I'm like, well, okay, like that's fine. Cause they have to take your temperature anyway. But
Yeah.
I don't think she even understands a lick about what I'm going through. And
Right.
how do you at almost 14 years old,
Right.
I mean, I know God gave her to me for a purpose and for a reason.
Yeah.
God doesn't make mistakes.
Right.
But there's this mom thing inside. I'm like, I don't have energy to do this. Like,
Yeah.
I try so hard. You have no idea, but it's
Yeah.
just hard. I mean, it is hard to be a single parent and have a chronic illness. And
Yes.
I do work at her school.
Okay.
I do. So I get to see her. We're
Yeah.
hybrid. So I don't see her all the time, but she was there today.
Uh-huh.
So I really just, all I can do is try my best. That's all
Yeah.
anybody can do, right? But
Oh, for sure. And the responses that you said were that of the same of my kids. They got tired of, oh, dad's telling this story again, and dad's going on about kidney disease, and let's go to Walmart or let's go to wherever, or and sometimes they didn't understand, that I was tired from dialysis, so I would come in from center and take a nap, and they were like, "Where's dad?" "Oh, he's napping because he just had dialysis." And I used to come in just crash from dialysis because I was so tired.
right,
It would just wipe me out. And so, yeah, the responses that you're telling me are that of the same of my kids. It's not that they don't care, though. It's just like you said. I mean, how do you expect typical teenagers to respond to kidney disease? They don't really understand it right now. Um, but I'm sure she loves you and she knows what's going on. She's just, like I said, she's going through her time too. Teenagers can be tough, and so they definitely can have their effect on you, and especially when she's watching you from afar, battling this kidney disease. And I want to give a shout out to you for being a single parent. My mom raised me and my sister, as a single mom, and it was tough. But I seen my mom; she was such a strong person to raise me and my sister. So I definitely can sympathize with your situation. So let me see here. We got some other comments here. Ask her about the transplant hospital. Let's see what Melissa is asking here. Let's put it up on the screen. Ask her transplant hospital for info on the support group. We would gladly love to have you join our group on Mondays and Thursdays. Yeah, and our group, even though it's in San Antonio, we have people that call in and come in on the Zoom meeting from different areas of the nation. Actually, we have a guy from New York, I believe, or Rhode Island that calls in. We got some people from just all over. So you're more than welcome. And that's on kidneysolutions.org website. There's a page there that you can click on. It's a support group. And if you ever want to come in and just, sit, listen, or, even interact and join in, you're more than welcome to join. It's an open support group for, transplant patients.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Jeff's on here, and he's saying all kind of stuff. He's commented a lot, and Melissa's commented a lot. Let's see what else. Let's see what Jeff's saying. Please reach out to me. Oh, okay. Oh, you are never alone in this. So, yeah, and she knows that she's got a lot of support behind her on, at least on social media right now. Jeff Brown's been sharing for you. I've been sharing for you. There's a lot of people that I've seen share for you, and I want to give a shout out to Jeff too. He makes some amazing, poster pictures and cover art and stuff like that for these kidney warriors that are advocating for a kidney. And I want to give a shout out to him for what he does. So, do you, Kim, at this time, if you had a chance to advocate for yourself and somebody out there that was watching the show, what would you say to that person that was thinking about being your potential donor?
It always chokes me up when I talk about it. I just want to live to see my daughter grow up. I don't want to die early.
Yes.
I know God has a plan.
Yes.
But it does scare me.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
So, I mean, being a mom is hard enough, but being a mom with a chronic illness is just tough. Yeah. So just, the more people that get tested, the better. I need someone to be my hero and to save Lexi's mom's life.
Yes. Yes. So, guys, you heard it here first. You can see the sincerity that Kim has, and Kimberly Needs a Kidney on Facebook. You guys can get on her page. All of her information is listed there. The phone number to her transplant coordinator is ticking down below. You can also find that information on her Facebook page. Also, the hospital in Kansas City, Missouri is St. Luke's Hospital. The blood type is O positive. But again, we've already talked about the paired exchange program. Even if you're not a match, she can still get a kidney from the paired exchange program. Kimberly, I want to appreciate you so much, and I thank you for coming on, Jonathan, Hope with Jonathan, and I appreciate you sharing your story. And we're going to continue to believe for you, and positive vibes, and we're going to keep sharing for you. And I want to let you know that Jeff's going to continue to share, and we're in this until you get a kidney, and even after. Like I said, my mentor tells me that he's with me until you fire me. So you're gonna have to fire me. You have to fire me and Jeff, because we're gonna stay by your side through the whole process and keep sharing and advocating. And we're gonna keep doing our part to try to see you get through to get this living donor. Please consider becoming a living donor. There's so many people out there that are on the list. I believe about 3,000 monthly are added to that list, and it's the statistics with kidney disease are just staggering. All you got to do is Google search them. The statistics will blow your mind about how many people are walking around with kidney disease. like I spoke on it earlier, a lot of people find out that they're already at stage 3 when they find out, and some don't even have any symptoms at all. And then they find out they're in kidney failure or kidney disease. It's a disease that is running really rapid right now. And if you have type 2 diabetes or hypertension, those are the top leading causes of kidney disease. And there's other ways you can get it, with lupus, like Kim, she has FSGS. And I wanted to let you know, my mentor Kent Bressler, he had FSGS as well, and he got a kidney from his brother back in the 80s. He's a 33-year recipient.
Oh, wow.
And and he had FSGS as well. And he's a great mentor. I don't know if you've ever spoke with him or know who he is, but he is a great advocate and mentor. His name's Kent Bressler, and he is the CEO of KidneySolutions.org. And that's a great website for you to go onto if you ever get the chance. Like I said, he suffered with FSGS as well and ended up getting a kidney from his brother, which is amazing. Jim, what's up? Uncle Jim Myers has joined us. He's another great advocate. I really appreciate Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim shares for you as well. I've seen him share. And he's an awesome kidney advocate. I really appreciate Uncle Jim chiming in. And he says he shared for us. So I appreciate you, Uncle Jim. Again, I really appreciate you coming on tonight with Hope with Jonathan, sharing your story. And you take care. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna continue to share this. Guys, please share this. Get this out to the masses. And like I said, Kimberly Needs a Kidney on Facebook. All of her information is there. And please share this. Get this out. And let's try to save this mom's life. She's definitely has a battle ahead of her. Just finding out that she's in stage 5. She definitely needs a transplant so that she doesn't have to face the horrors of dialysis. And I'm definitely praying for her. You're in my prayers. You're in my thoughts, Kim. And even though we don't know each other personally, we're in the kidney family. And and so I feel like that brings us like together like a family. And I'm just gonna continue to pray for you and believe for you. My wife's going to believe for you and pray for you. And I'm sure Jeff and many others will too. And I really appreciate again you coming on. God bless you. And you take care.
Hey, and make sure you tell people to be an organ donor. Get that heart on your card. Don't take your organs to heaven, guys. Don't do it, please.
That's right. Donate life. Donate life. Your organs are no good in the ground after you pass. It's better off for you to pass them on to somebody else so that they can have a life, such as Kim.
Yep.
And actually my donor, that's the reason why I got a transplant, is because he passed away and he signed his driver's license to be a registered donor. And that's how I ended up getting my transplant. That's how I got my miracle gift of life. So definitely, please consider becoming a donor. If not a living donor, become a deceased donor. And I feel like that's your way of giving back and being a blessing.
Oh, so many lives can be saved. So many.
That's right. Well, hey guys, this is going to be the end of the show. Kimberly, is there anything that you would like to say to anybody else, or send a shout out to, or say goodbye, or say hello to?
I don't even know who's all watching. I told some of my friends to watch this, but I definitely appreciate what?
Just to let you know, I streamed this live on Kimberly Needs a Kidney. And it was streamed here on Hope, Give the Gift of Life. And then also it's going to be on YouTube. So it's on YouTube at all three simultaneously. So it's going to be seen for sure.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I mean, the only shout out I would give is just I have a couple people that keep in touch with me pretty much on a daily basis. Both of them have had transplants, and their support means a lot. I am one of the people that I push people away. It's just something that I do. And so I don't always take the support that I need, but I can confess that I do that.
Yes.
And these beautiful people keep in touch with me. And I don't know if Lori's watching. Lori is actually a coworker of mine. She's only been with our school for I think like 2 weeks. I have pushed this girl away so many times because I'm not used to like somebody wanting to go to an appointment with me, and she's like, I want to help. I want to do this. And I'm like, I'm so not used to this. Like, so if she's watching this, God bless you. It's not that I don't want the help. It's just, I don't know how to accept it right now. So just thank you guys for being there. And hopefully one day I won't push you guys away, because it's, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I push everybody away. It's just, and that's probably not good, but when people don't understand the disease, it's an easy thing to do. So, and I thank you so much for doing this for me. Really, I do.
Oh, sure. This is my way of giving back. So I had so many people help me out, reach out to me, pray for me, believe for me, help me out with my care. There was no way I could just crawl in a hole somewhere and forget all that. I had to do something. So this was what I do. And I really appreciate you coming on. And like I said, we're going to continue to share for you. So Kim, I really appreciate it. You have a great night. And this is going to be the end of the show, Hope with Jonathan. This is another episode. Guys, be looking out for some more interviews coming and the rest of this week. And I really appreciate all the love and support. Please share this. Kimberly needs a kidney. Y'all take care. God bless. Be it donate life.
Amen. Bye, Jonathan.
Bye-bye.